going on? Gaming here, bringing you guys a different type of video today. I'm going to be showing you guys my gaming PC build and what components are inside of it. So if you guys want to go ahead and build your own PC, you can do so with a nice little not installation guide, more like a part guide, like which parts to get and all that good stuff. I mean, you don't have to get these parts. If you have a vast knowledge of PC gaming, you probably should just choose whatever's fitting for you. But for those of you who don't have a vast knowledge of PCs, then I recommend listening to this video, as it's not too expensive and it's not too cheap either. I mean, it's for like a mid-range gamer, not too cheap. It can never be too cheap, right? Saving money is the best, you know, all that good stuff. So starting off, we will start with the processor that I use. I personally use the AMD Athlon X4 760K. It is a great processor for the price. You guys can get the 860K if you want, which is the newer version of this CPU. It has a newer agriculture and all that stuff. Agriculture, really? Not agriculture, guys. My bad. Sorry. Architecture. I think the 760K had a 28 nm architecture, and this one has a 32 nm Richland. Yeah. And yeah, so the Athlon has 2x2 megabytes of L2 cache, 3.8 gigahertz operating frequency stock. I have mine overclocked to 4.3 gigahertz. So yeah, you can look up a separate tutorial on how to do that. I don't have one of those tutorials because this is my first computer video that I'm releasing. This is actually a voiceover, which I'm going to put over some GTA 5 footage. If you guys like that, please leave a comment telling me if you like it or not. And yeah, alright, so we will check out some of the specs of this. I already told you guys it's 3.8 oh my god, I'm stuttering a lot today, aren't I? 3.8 gigahertz stock, and I think it turbos up to 4.0 gigahertz. That's stock frequency. So for my CPU cooler, I use it's an aftermarket CPU cooler, not the one that comes with the actual CPU. I don't think you should ever use that if you're trying to do some overclocking. But I have a Cooler Master Hyper TX3. I really like this as it's not louder like its big brother, the Hyper 212 Evo. And yeah, it provides really good cooling. Stock, I think I'd usually get like 36 idle, and when I switch over to this, I usually get around like 32. So yeah, that's a pretty significant difference, and it's even better under load. So for my processor, for my motherboard, not processor, definitely not processor, I use a Gigabyte GA F2A88X UP4. This is a really good motherboard for the price. It has an onboard power button. It has LED indicators, no, number LED indicators on all that good stuff, on error codes and all that stuff. Well, I'm not going to get into that in this video. So yeah, it has a black and red color scheme. It's by Gigabyte. I love Gigabyte motherboards so much. They're so reliable, and they have amazing customer service and all that good stuff. So yep, it's Gigabyte's insist on ultra durable. It has dual graphics technology. It supports dual graphics. It's an FM2 Plus socket, which is what the Athlons use. And it also has Eyefinity technology, triple monitor support. It has I think it has three HDMI ports, USB 3.0 on the back. There's 4 USB 3.0 ports in the back. And yeah, it has a dual link DVI port, which supports up to 2560 by 1600 pixels, which is really good. And it has a brand new designed heatsink on there, so it cools down better. Also, it has dual BIOS, which you can pretty much boot 2 different BIOS onto your motherboard if you want to, and Ultra USB 3 Plus, multi-display port with AMD Crossfire, HDMI interface, and 2x copper PCB, which is really good. Also, I found this interesting on this motherboard. Has high ESD protection, which means usually if your motherboard blows a fuse and all of the USB ports fail, but with this, one fuse per USB port design, So each of the USB ports has one fuse. So if one of them blows, then the other ones are completely fine. Also, this is awesome too. If you guys like use your phone while you're using your computer and all that good stuff, whether your computer is on or off, it could charge your iPhone, Android, whatever you have. I use Android and I have a Note 4 myself, and yeah, that does it for this motherboard. It's really good. Like I said, black and red color scheme, and yeah. So now we'll move on to, oh, this is the fun part right here, the graphics card. Sapphire R9 270X A. This is basically what powers your games, but basically, yeah. Your CPU and your graphics card power your games. This graphics card is really good for the price, and yeah, in my opinion, NVIDIA didn't do a very good job with the 750, the GTX 750, no, 950. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, this graphics card comes in a nice, staggering purple box. Has a little like alien type thing on there, and it has 2 fans on it. It idles at about 32 degrees Celsius. That's with a terrible cable management and yeah, all that good stuff. Sapphire dual-X cooling technology, and yeah, it supports DirectX 11.2, and I'm pretty sure it supports DirectX 12. It has Mantle support. If you guys don't know what Mantle is, it basically, if your CPU isn't good, which is my Athlon X4 760K, even though it's pretty good still, Mantle basically takes the, how do I put this? It takes the weight off of the CPU and puts it on itself. So it's like, it's helping his bro out, and it's like killing the guy in Hunger Games, so it helps him out, and it gains FPS. So for example, if you're playing Minecraft, Minecraft usually doesn't run on your GPU that much. It runs more on your CPU. So what Mantle will do when it has Minecraft support or whatever, because it doesn't support that many things right now, they need to AMD needs to step up their Mantle game. But anyways, if you were playing Minecraft and you had terrible FPS because you had a terrible processor, but you have a great GPU that supports Mantle, basically it'll take the weight off your CPU and put it on itself, so you'll increase your frames, guaranteed, pretty much, depending on what kind of CPU you have. And yeah, it supports AMD Eyefinity, just like the motherboard, AMD App Acceleration, and this comes in at a hefty $209.99 from Newegg, but you can probably get it cheaper somewhere. I got it for about $160, so yeah, that's pretty good. Moving on to the hard drive, I personally use a Western Digital Caviar Blue. This hard drive is all you need. Like honestly, unless you're doing like brutal recording with like DxTory, which uses your hard drive to see how fast it can record and all that good stuff. Honestly, this is all you really need. It's a 1 terabyte hard drive. Hasn't failed on me yet. I've had to reset my computer a number of times because things have gone wrong. I mean, that's just because I was being stupid with it. I was trying to install like corrupt version of Windows and stuff, like Windows 10 and all that good stuff, and then it failed a couple times. So yeah, so that didn't end very well. But this hard drive held up with me the entire time, and now it's all good. 1 gigabyte, 7200 RPMs. It's not loud at all. It just kind of gives you this little like alien type noise when you boot it on. I really like the noise. It's like, and then it goes higher than that, but my voice can't go that high because, you know, all that good stuff. Moving on, for my case, I used the sexy NZXT Source 210. Of course, this case, I mean, it's cheap, and it has a sleek design. It's nice. The buttons are nice. They light up white, and yeah, it comes in black and white. Or oh, they have some new designs on here nowadays. Oh no, those are just the Elite Black and Elite White. Anyways, guys, these are really nice. It has like a nice smooth carbon fiber type design on the front. No, not carbon fiber, more like a brushed painted wood on the front, but it's more like plastic. You know what I'm saying? Not really plastic. I can't really describe this, but yes, I am feeling my computer right now because that's how good it feels. It's running so cool right now, and yeah, everything's good. So it has a screwless design, mostly thumb screws. The PCIe slots are held on by thumb screws, and the PCIe slots are basically what holds your graphics card in place so it doesn't like move around while you're like building your computer and stuff. It's like falling all over the place and all that stuff. No, they got thumb screws to help you out with that. but I still use a screwdriver to install them, so you know, I didn't really use that much. The side panels are mounted on with thumb screws, though. That was really useful. It has a bottom-mounted PSU, cable management support, and a dual 120mm front intake. It also fits a two 120 or 140mm fans, and yeah, I have mine in black, and it looks really nice. It doesn't have front panel USB 3.0 support. It's the only thing I was disappointed about, but it has two audio jacks in the front for your headphones and your mic. I use both of them for my headphone and my mic because my mic is on my headphones. And yeah, moving on to my power supply. I think this is the last thing, right? Yeah, this is the last thing. Alright, I use a EVGA Supernova 600. I'm pretty sure I use an EVGA Supernova 600. I'm looking behind me because I have the box sitting over there, but, you know, yeah. No, I use an EVGA 600B, not the Supernova version. Supernova versions are like the overpowered piece of crap ones, like the fully modular and all that good stuff. Haha, that's way too expensive for me. So right now, this comes in at about $670, and it powers my system fine because, you know, AMD cards just suck up energy. If you don't want to use that much energy, you should definitely go with NVIDIA cards, but I'm just an AMD fan, so yeah, it has a nice 600-watt power supply, a nice fan on the bottom, and yeah, that's I don't really care. It has an 80 plus bronze certified, so it doesn't use. It's more efficient at using its power, and yeah, that's about it for my PC. Now I will tell you guys some benchmarks. So in GTA, in GTA 5 running at high settings at 2x multi-sampling anti-aliasing with FXA on and a high setting preset, I usually get about 45 to 55 frames per second while recording. That's with VSync on, so I could go higher, but you know, that would just like burn up my GPU, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna play it smart. In Grid 2, you guys have seen my Grid 2 videos, right? It's a nice and smooth 60 FPS while recording. That's like the Ultra preset 1080p. Oh yeah, all these benchmarks are 1080p, by the way, guys. Sorry, I didn't mention that before. In Grid Auto Sport, I get about same thing, about 60 FPS locked. I haven't really tested out recording Grid Auto Sport yet, so yeah, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. No, I don't know if I'll record Grid Auto Sport. If you guys want me to, I will. In CSGO, you guys saw that video too, right? You go check it out. It's pretty cool. In CSGO, I get about, I'd say about 50 frames while recording, and yeah, I'd go like 200 frames while I'm not recording. So yeah, same thing with Grid 2. I'd go even higher than that while I'm not recording. And to give you guys an estimate of how well this performs and how good it looks, you guys can see the GTA 5 running in the background, right? Yeah, you guys should be able to see it, because this is what this video is going to go on top of. And yeah, guys, that about does it for this video. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys build your own computer, because, I don't know, guys, buying them is a little sketchy, and they charge a little too much for them. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, leave a comment. If you build a computer, props to you. I'll shout you out in one of my videos. And yeah, peace out, guys.